going to break class. The class is going to be fast and not really fast, but we're going to look at something very important, a little bit of advanced Excel. We're going to be looking at a little of advanced Excel tonight. So it's a our class. I will not go straight to the point so that we can be able to benefit. So we are looking at Power Query. Power Query is very essential for a data analyst. Power Query will save you almost 50% of your time. It's an underrated tool, but it's important for you to know it as a data analyst, especially if you are going to be using Excel and Power BI. Power Query is very fundamental. So I'm going to share my screen now so that we're going to start properly. Uh, Let me share my screen. So can we all see my screen? Can we all see my screen? Please, if you can't, can you just let me know that I will not be on the same page? Can we all see my screen?
No, we can't. No, I can't.
Okay, let me check. How about now? Can you all see my screen now? No. You can't see my screen up to now? Yes. Up to now, you can't see my screen? Sorry, I don't know why you can't see my screen. I want to be sure.
We can't see your screen, sir.
So we
No.
can't see your screen. Like, they can't see your screen.
How about now? Can you see my screen? How about now? Can you see my screen now?
Alicia, can you hear me?
Sorry, can you? Yes, can you see my screen now?
We can't see your screen. Like, can you put it such a way that it's gonna share the whole lab, the whole tab, like the entire screen?
So that's what I did. You, you cancel it and do it.
Alright, okay, can you do this please? Can you log
So
out and come back again?
up to now, you can't be able to see my screen.
No, we can't. Can you log out and come in?
Okay, that's no problem. Let me try that.
I think you all can now see him, right? You can now see the screen, right?
Yes, you can see.
Yes. Sorry. Alright, thank you.
We can't hear you.
Sorry, can you all hear me?
Yes, now you can hear you now. Before we are not hearing you.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Let me just repeat myself. I said this today we are going to look at Power Query fundamentals. Power Query is an essential tool for a data analyst to be able to clean your data, and most data analysts spend 50% of their time to clean data. So we have used tech functions to be able to structure data and to normalize those data. But today we are going to look at one of the, I would say, underrated tool, but it's very essential as a data analyst. So if you have the data sets I post on the WhatsApp platform, we're going to open a blank Excel worksheet like this, a blank Excel worksheet that we can be able to import that data into Excel. So you go to your home, or you go to your data, rather, come to your data and a new query. I'm able to open this. So we can see here, Excel allow you to be able to import a lot of data from different platforms, from a file, from a database, from Azure, from other sources. There are so many of them, other sources, and new queries can be able to do all of that. So basically, we are going to import from, it's a CSV file. There's a size PQ1 is a CSV file. So come here from CSV file. It will take it to your desktop. So wherever you save it on your desktop, you're going to look for it there. So I save it somewhere here, basic transformation. So I'm going to import this. So when you click it, you import it. So this is how to import data into Excel. So actually, because I've been used to opening my Power Query, it's automatically open it. But if you do your own, it will show you either you load or you transform. It's either you load or you transform. So please don't press load, press transform. It's going to take you to this platform. It will bring you to the Power Query editor. So this is the Power Query editor. This is the Power Query platform that they are going to be using today. So I don't know if we are at the same page. This is the Power Query editor. that we are going to be using today. So we can see this data, how it looks like. I'm able to see this data, how it looks like. You can start analyzing this data. You can open the data on your blank on Excel. This data practically is, you can't say you want to analyze something here. You have to structure it, you have to clean it, you have to make sure it's in the standard form before you can be able to start analyzing anything you want to analyze. If this tells you now to analyze sales and store and category, there is nothing you can do here without analyzing. This is where the dates are. You can see where the sales are, you can see where the category store and all of that. And there are also some unwanted data. So it will bring it to Power Query Editor. And the first thing you are going to do is that you are going to delete unwanted rows. There are things that are not, there are some rows that are not important here. You can see uh, clearly from query name, from this place to this place, it's not really important. It's not necessary. It's not important. It's not necessary. So we want to delete that. So come to your home tab here. Come to your home tab here. What you're going to do is that you're going to remove rows. You're going to remove rows. Now they're going to ask you whether you're going to remove top rows, whether you're going to remove bottom rows, or remove alternate rows. So what we are going to do is that we want to remove top rows, which is this. These are the top rows. We are going to remove that. So backward is going to ask you how many top rows do you want to remove? You want to remove 10. Why? Because when you look at your data from this place, it's stopped up to 10 here. So you want to remove up to 10. So you just come here, one, then you just press, you just put 10, okay. So you can see here, we are able to eliminate that. That's the first step. So we are able to eliminate that. Secondly, if you look carefully to this data, you can be able to see that we have metrics, store, category. So this is supposed to be our headers, not column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. So we want to make this as our header. We want to make this thing as our header, our metrics and all of that. So the first thing you're going to do is use first row as header. Use first row as header. To your home tab, use first row as header. Use first row as header. So you can see here, we're able to use first row as header. So practically, we're able to use this uh, as our header. So when you look at this data, you begin to see that actually there are some things that are not necessary. There are some things that we don't need. And that's one of the work of a data analyst, to be able to see a data that are not important, a redundant data and all of that, to be able to eliminate it. So it's important as anything. So when you look at this data carefully, you see that this rep 1 practically is not, we don't need this. We don't need this in this data. We don't need this. So it's important for you to observe. We don't need this. So what you're going to do is that you come here and you're going to remove columns. Remove columns. Not other columns. Remove this column. Remove column. So that's that for this. So before we go further, let's also remove this matrix. Let's also remove this matrix. Remove column. So next, we are going to, I'm going to show you the rebound, what Power Query is all about. Now you can see this is where our file is. It's showing you the query, and we can see our apply steps. Now, Power Query gives you the steps. It shows you whatever you are doing. It's going to be showing you step by steps. If I don't want what I just did, if I want to remove what I just did, what I'm going to do is just to come here and remove this. You can see now our matrix column is back. So it shows us step by step. Let's remove this column. So it shows us step by step. You can be able to come here. You can see from the source. You can see from the remove columns, promoted promote headers, and remove columns. So these are the steps, the apply steps that we have done. So Power Query give you that opportunity. Is give you that to be able to see whatever you are doing step by step. Whatever that you are doing, you are going to see it step by step. So let's remove this red. It's not, we don't really need this in our data. So that's that's that. So when you look at this table, you can be able to uh, notice something very important. Our store and our category are the one that looks similar, but these other ones, you can see our date here. They are all, they are not, this is what we call data normalization. They are not normalized. They are not consistent. Date's supposed to be in one column. Sales supposed to be in one column. And that is our target in this place. We want to bring down this date that is in our on our uh, headers to be able to be in one column, while we want to bring in our sales also to be in one column. So what we're going to do is we we are going to highlight our store and category. We're going to highlight our store and this cart. That's the category, so that we can going to unpivot the rest. We are going to unpivot the rest. So come to your transform tab. If you come to your transform tab, what you're going to do is we're going to highlight this. If you're going to highlight this, you can press your shift key, press it again. So we highlight the two of them. Come to our transform tab. So we are going to unpivot. Now we are going to not this particular column that we highlighted. We want to unpivot these other columns. What is unpivot? Unpivot is that you want to bring it back. We know we have what is pivot. You want to unpivot. So you want to bring it back to like a column, how it's supposed to look like. So this on pivot other column, that means this is what is going to affect it. We highlight this so that if you press this on pivot column, this matrix and this store and this category will be affected. But immediately you use other columns, these other ones will be affected, and that is what we are looking at on pivot other columns. So we can see from here our data is beginning to get shape. We begin to, of course, have shape so that we can be able to use it for analysis. So from this place, we are going to, what we are going to do next is to filter the rows from the blank rows from the column. So we can see from this place, we have blank rows and all of that. So we want to filter it. So as usual, normal Excel, you just want to filter it. So it's as easy as anything. You want to filter it. And so we can come here, you can use this and filter the blank column and filter the blank column from this place. So let's filter it. So you can see that we're able to filter that. Let's come to our column. Let's filter the blank too. Let's filter the blank. So is this basic Excel filtering. So we're able to filter that. So if you check carefully, our what we did here, it shows us attributes. This is not what we want. This is sales. This is date, while this is sales. So we are going to rename this. We are going to rename this attribute to date. This is our date. So while this is our sales. This is our sales. So so that's that. So it's very important for us to be able to, so that we know the data we are working with. Like I said, whatever you do here in Power Query, it shows you the step. Why? Because of feature proving data. Because if you want to import more of this data, you don't need to do it again. You just pass through this process and be able to automate it. Power Query help us to automate a lot of activities in Excel. So if you can be able to pass through your data cleaning through Power Query, if you're importing a new data in the future, it will automatically just refresh your data, and that's that. Now, next is very important something. We are going to look at, we are going to see from this place, and that we want to make sure that our data are in data type. They are stored in the right data type. They are stored in the right data type. If you mistakenly just import it in Excel, maybe this date as a text function, you are going to find it difficult to work with it in Excel. So it's important. So we can see here this store data type data type. This store, what is to tell us is that this is a decimal. Let's confirm. We can see we have decimal number, we have currency whole number. Sorry, rather this is supposed to be a whole number because this is just one. So it's supposed to be a whole number. The data type is supposed to be whole number, but it's showing text. So we can see we are able to do that. Next, also, we want to change this to a whole number. So we can see dates here. Our date, we want to change it to a date function. Come here, make it a date function. And next, this sales. Our sales, we want our sales to be, of course, in decimal because of the sales and its measurable is in decimal. So that's that. So we can see how that data is looking before. We can be able to structure it and be able to clean it. And because I'm teaching you that I can do this in less than 1-2 minutes and be fast about it. So when we finish this, we come here and close load to. We're going to direct it load to. So it's going to bring us this. So what is asking you is that a table or only connection, new worksheet or existing worksheet. We want it to be in an existing this existing worksheet. In the existing worksheet. So let's okay, let's place it here. Okay. So let's load. So we can see as clearly this is our data set. Our data set now is in shape. Now you can be able to analyze whatever you want. Maybe you want to analyze sales date, maybe sales to category or sales to stock. So this is basic transformation in Power Query, and it's very fundamental for you as an analyst. So whether you is in Power BI or in Excel, you can be able to analyze your data as fast as possible. So we can see that the data that was looking somehow, somehow not in shape, you can be able to bring it to shape and be able to analyze whatever you want to analyze. So this is basically basic transformation in Excel. So sorry, in Power Query. So I don't know if does anyone has any question before we go further to the next exercise. Do you have any question before we go further? We're going to take it step by step. I have a lot of exercise I'm going to give you before Saturday. You should be able to transform those data. I'm going to give you what you are expecting, how it looks like for you to be able to analyze. I'm going to send the data set. I'm going to send what it looks like, what I'm expecting it to look like, so that you have an idea of what it looks like, and so that you can be able to lay your hands on it. So, any question before we go to the next?
Okay, what if you want to retrieve the column you deleted? What if you want to retrieve it back? How are you going to do it?
You want to retrieve it. Okay, if you want to retrieve it, you want to retrieve your data. I guess if I understand what they're saying. Okay, let's go back to our Power Query editor. You can come here, new query. You can come here. Let me use. Okay, let me just use this. Let's go back to our editor. Let's go back to the editor. Okay. Sorry, let me show you something based on your question. So from this place, this Excel, from this place, this is our data. This is what we just did. Like I said, this is what we just did. So normally, what is supposed to bring you is that steps I showed you, that any steps you did in Power Query, it's going to show you those steps. That these steps, this is what you did, and if you want to go back and edit your data again, you can be able to see it. Okay? Let me come back here. So this is it. This is what we did, right? So any steps you want to do, like from this place, you want to add something, you want to do something again, you can see from this place, remove columns, filter rows on pivots. So any steps you remove here to be able to remove it. So it's always here. It's always here. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's always this in this place. This is the
Like,
source. This is the source. This is the remove top rows to until change type. And this is the final step. I don't know if
oh,
I was able to answer your question.
yeah, I understand.
Okay. So Power Query
Okay,
allows you to be able to go through it. This is the finished product. That's what I was looking for it. I couldn't see. This is the finished product. But this is what we just did. And these are the steps.
okay. In removing of those rows, as you type 10 and it
Yeah.
will remove 10, is it the system that is going to choose the rows is going to remove, or you be the one to select the rows that you want to
Okay.
remove?
Okay. Let me show you what happened there. In this place, if you click here, it will show you rows, remove top rows, specify how many rows to remove from the top. And we notice that these 10 rows are unnecessary. We don't need them. And we are going and we press 10
Yeah.
and we press 10 and say okay. And that happened. You understand? From this place now, these are the 10 rows. We don't need them. Right? We don't need this.
Okay. What if it's from the bottom, Uncle?
God bless you. That's a very, very intelligent question. It shows that you are getting what we are doing. So from what I just did, remove rows. Look at it. Remove top. Remove bottom. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
God bless you. So there are sometimes the data will be in the bottom. Remove it. Remove alternative. This one maybe somewhere else. You just want to click it and remove it. Remove blank rows. So that's a good question. Remove top
Oh,
rows, remove bottom. There are some data that I will send to you, it's from the bottom. And I will love you to use your initiative to look at it and remove it from the bottom.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome. So without any question, let's go back to our next exercise. I will save it. If you can save it on your own worksheet, that's fine. I'm going to open a new Excel worksheet again, so that everybody will carry along. So next one, we're going to see how we are going to group some data, and is this. If you want to use Excel to do this, it will really take you a whole lot of time. It's going to take you a whole lot of time, but we are going to use Excel to be able to use Power BI, no, sorry, Power Query to be able to do this as quick as possible. So we are looking at importing basic Excel file. Um, we have looked at CSV file. Now we want to look at basic Excel file. Wow, we're going to look at basic Excel file. So next, let's go to Excel worksheet, an Excel worksheet, an Excel worksheet. Let's look at Excel worksheet. Um, let's go to desktop. That's where you save your file. I've done this before. I won't want to duplicate this. If you want to import anything in Excel, come to data, new query. From this time around, it's Excel, not a CSV file. Import it. Go to where you save it on your desktop. I save it here, and basic transformation. So I'm looking at this practical exercise 2B. Import it. So what we are looking at in this case is the GL transaction. The GL transaction. These are tables. So what we want is just this. We just want this, the GL transaction. That's what we want, the GL transaction. So this is the data that we want to use. So you can see here is asking me load, edit, or cancel. You want to edit it. You want to edit it. You don't want to load it. You want to edit it. Yeah. Sorry, I would love you to give me a few minutes. Let me sort out something. I think I'm having a battery issue. And just give me, I think that's okay. Just a few minutes. And I'll be able to let me sort out this as quick as possible.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Sorry, I think I'm having a challenge currently. Uh, 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 our program manager, I don't know if you are there. Sorry, this class, my system battery is in down, and I thought something is on ground. But unfortunately, I don't think it's on ground currently. So I don't know how we're going to go about this. Can we reschedule this class maybe in the next 10 or 30 minutes to join? Let me fix it. Is that possible?
Maybe now before 8 o'clock.
Yes, sure. We should. Just in the next.
Maybe it's around. Don't worry, it's okay now. Maybe 7 o'clock now.
Okay.
Thank you.